Okay, so there are some videos out there on YouTube advising people to put oil on this side. As you'll see here, there's a little nut that holds this on, but that's not going to help you. There are no moving parts on this side. If you see this moving, it's a solid through axle. So I would not advise putting oil on that side. That's not going to solve the problem, and I'll just be doing that up later. However, on this side you'll see two plastic rings. This one here, but mostly the one you're interested in is this one at the back. So I think this is quite a heavy duty bearing that's sitting here, and obviously it's got this plastic race guard in it, just like a lot of sealed bearings. That is where the squeaking was coming from. I've cleaned up around there now, but when I got there, there were lots of, I guess you'd call them little not micro, just small little plastic particles. You could definitely see where the edge of that bushing had been rubbing against the spindle. So anyway, look, just a couple of drops of oil on that junction there between the between the bushing. I don't know if it's called a bushing. Let's call it a bushing in the axle. That was what it needed. Not lots. You don't need a lot of oil. Just 2 or 3 drops, and that's it. Squeaking stopped. Smooth as. So look, I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm happy with that. I don't think it's ideal to have to put oil in there against plastic. I'm not sure whether oil's good or bad for plastic in the long term. Also, plain old 3-in-1 oil, sewing machine oil. I wouldn't use dry lube in there, PTFE, anything like that. Just a couple of drops of a good old-fashioned oil is really what it needs. Don't waste the good stuff on it. So that's it, nice and smooth. Hopefully it'll stay that way for a while now. I know obviously the Suito comes with a cassette, and so because of that there are probably a lot of people out there that won't necessarily have a chain whip and a cassette tool. So look, there's actually quite a lot of space in here. You can see at the top here there's quite a big gap down to there. So look, you could almost certainly get a little tube, a little straw down into there just to deliver the oil onto that bearing face. And I don't think, now that you know where it is, the top one, not the bottom one, I don't think that's going to give you too much of a problem. So perfectly achievable from a maintenance perspective.